Welcome to Lufkin, Texas. We are McWilliams & Son. Let me show you around. So welcome guys, I'm Trey McWilliams. I'll be your tour guide today. We have 3 locations. We have about 85 employees. It's a 3-generation company. So this is my grandfather that started the business in 1974 after retiring from the Navy. The company was built on one thing, and it was, we're not comfortable until you are, a motto that we live by day in and day out. My grandfather, right out of high school, joined the Navy. Him and my grandmother traveled for 20 years. They always kind of had an entrepreneur spirit. And my grandparents had an ice cream business and an ice cream truck in Hawaii. So we've always been in the comfort business, just a different type of comfort, I guess, back then. After retiring from the Navy, they relocated their family to Diboll and started an air conditioning business. First thing we come to in here is the evolution of our logo. This was what my grandfather started the business with, just a single truck. He had an appliance and refrigeration business. And then obviously here you can see my face got made into a cartoon-looking character. You can tell I no longer had a decision in that. Young as the age of 7 years old, I had the opportunity to ride with my grandfather on service calls. I grew up in a truck riding next to him. All I've ever known is air conditioning business. They slowly but surely added a few more trucks here and there. It was about 2010. I went to my dad and was like, something's got to change. We're making a decent living, but I can't continue to run like I'm running all the time, working all the time. Luckily, and with hard work, we started getting some momentum. So we were on a software before, and I think, for the most part, it was fairly robust for where we were. The problem was they didn't have the money to reinvest like they needed to be able to grow with us. And we were looking for a software that integrated heavily with marketing, because if we were going to grow a business, we were going to grow it through marketing. Follow me, guys. I'll show you and hand it off to Crystal in Lemon Seed Marketing.
This is Lemon Seed Marketing. Every single day, my team gets to come in and work right here in the same building as McWilliams & Son. McWilliams & Son, that's kind of how we got our start. But then we've actually evolved to over 30 contractors across the United States. Little secret, a lot of times contractors really struggle just knowing what to offer, and that's where Lemon Seed comes in, like, hey, let us help you get an organized, cool way to go to market and really dominate the market. And every single day we get to work inside of ServiceTitan to get some measurability on how our clients are doing and check in on return on investment. We're big ServiceTitan fans over here.
It was in 2015 when we implemented ServiceTitan. It changed the way that we went to market. We looked at things totally different. I'm constantly looking at the dispatch board. We're shooting out reports on a regular basis. So ServiceTitan honestly is the lifeblood of what we do here.
Welcome to the helm. This is exactly how we steer the ship. Come on inside our call center. The helm of the ship is one of the most important parts of the ship, and so we actually utilize our call center, and it goes in the flow of the customer journey. The next thing that's really cool for McWilliams & Son is called Teletech, which is basically support for our team that's in the field. So now they can actually FaceTime in to Steven here. Steven can walk them through the repairs or the steps that they need to take to diagnose, and it just really provides security for our team out in the field.
This is the warehouse, which is our main distribution center for all 3 locations. Our supplier is 2 hours from us, so we had to have the ability to stock more equipment. So what you're looking at here is a warehouse that we built just a few months ago to make sure we could take care of the need. We also private label our equipment with the Armada brand. It just stands for a fleet of warships, kind of goes back to the story of my grandfather retiring from the Navy and starting this business. This is our storefront for our technicians. This is where they land every morning, turn in their paperwork, they get their parts and inventory. We have a warehouse manager, so he's managing all the POs that we issue out of ServiceTitan. That really allows us to optimize across 3 markets that's all being distributed out of one location. It allows us to execute at a very high level. Majority of our success was, I was very fortunate to have a grandfather that took a risk to start the business. I was very fortunate to have a dad that would let go of the reins and trust me to run the business. I don't ever remember my dad nor my grandfather ever referring to someone working for them. They always worked with them. As we began to get more clarity on what we wanted as a company, it became real clear that we're in the people building business.
So Alzheimer's awareness was near and dear to our hearts. My grandmother passed away from it in 2010. All these purple vans are in honor of her. We love that they ride up and down the streets bringing awareness to Alzheimer's. It's a terrible disease that it's an honor of ours to bring awareness to in any way that we can.
More than anything, our goal is just to give people a touch of what it feels like to help others, because when you ever get that feeling, you tend to want to do it more and more, and you allow a lot of your employees, it just encourages them to really get out of their comfort zone and help others. I want to treat everybody like family, and I want our employees to reach heights that they never would have reached without us. And I want them to look back 10 years from now and saying, hey, I'm a lot better mother, better father. I lived a better life at home, and I had a great career because this company provided it for me. In order to create opportunity, we had to create processes. We had to align ourselves with the software, with ServiceTitan. We had to align ourselves with great contractors to get exposure on what success looks like. We've been able to create a process and create a team that's taken us to the next level. Our people are what make us successful.